So we mentioned the other time, you mentioned specifically the columns in Delphi, specifically know thyself and nothing in excess. Yeah?
Nothing in excess.
For you, what does that mean, know thyself? And the second one as well.
Well, it's something to aspire to, isn't it? You know, yes, I think we would always like to say that the important thing is to know what your real nature is in order to understand it and to know how to behave.
How do we go about that?
Well, this is the problem. We try all our lives to do it. And I think as writers, we are probably more active in doing that than other people are, because we very often write out of a sense of conviction. So something we believe in, something we have to be motivated, we have to be excited by something, and very often that is something we see in ourselves, or we're moved by something or other. So to know that we would be moved by a particular place or thing is the beginning to going there and doing that and writing about it. So we're quite used to doing that, and nothing in.
We got Watson. He's our cat friend who's jumping around.
Yes, he's deeply moved. And nothing in excess. Of course, again, it's something we aspire to. Wouldn't it be nice not to eat too much, drink too much, smoke too much? You know, have too many relationships and everything. And it is a kind of limit on your mind and on your behaviour. So these are ideals. They're far better ideals to me than the Ten Commandments, which are more like a recipe book, I always think.
Okay.
Thou shalt not. Whereas this says, in a way, thou shalt.
Yes. Okay. So it's life affirming versus what is the term I'm looking for?
Yes. I'm not quite sure how you describe the. It's that element of the lecture of the
right. Exactly. It's not a didactic.
The lesson.
Yeah.
It's more something you use for yourself rather than being told what to do.
Yeah, that is of course the trouble with any commandment, is that by definition it's being told what to do versus what to aspire to is two different things.
Yeah, and there's something about relating landscape to the sort of imaginings that we were talking about that makes it seem more pure, more clear.
Yeah.
The Native Americans and the Australian Aboriginals were all of their belief systems were very intimately associated with the land, with the earth, with the weather.
Of course, yeah.
Whereas we're too concerned with laying down the law, carrying rules around with us. Whereas they saw the rules
right.
and beliefs in the land itself.
Yeah, we have a very puritanical way of going about it, especially as white Protestant, white Catholic folk in the Western world. So do you find, in terms of nothing in excess, do you find, I mean, you live well and you continue to live well, do you ascribe to that rule?
I do, but of course the great thing about these sorts of rules is that they are like the system of sins in Catholicism, that there is a great pleasure in transgressing the rules and knowing that you're transgressing a rule. I always think one of the great gifts of a Catholic boyhood is a sense of sin. And so when you do something that you recognise...
Interesting, it's a pleasure to have a sense of sin.
Oh, sure, yes. I mean, all sorts of things that wouldn't matter to you, to me, are matters of considerable
almost
import.
Fetishized, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So when you think, I shouldn't be doing this is wrong, no, definitely this is wrong, but I'll do it anyway. And in a way that the two things can be complementary. You can know yourself. You can know your inclination to act in excess, and so the two things can be antinomical, but they can also harmonise as well. So it provides a lot of complicated, interesting experiences for
maybe another column is to do transgress or subvert in various ways.
I'm all for transgression. Absolutely,
I agree to that. Okay.